President Donald Trump's policies and rhetoric has essentially divided America, and the rift seems to be growing. The division is especially clear on the University of California, Berkeley campus, which witnessed a wave of violence earlier this month. RT's Caleb Maupin spoke to some students about the tensions there.
Local college Republicans say it's not easy to be a conservative at UC Berkeley. They say that supporting the commander-in-chief doesn't really win you many points with peers and professors.
I've lost several friends after they've known that I supported Donald Trump. Professors that said, you know, I had high hopes for you, but then I saw you supporting Donald Trump. I saw you out there with tabling. We had two individuals come pull up here on Telegraph, get out while I was in the middle of an interview, and assault one of my friends, and to which I had to come to his aid to fend off two attackers.
Oddly, as we interviewed the Republican students, a number of their liberal colleagues stood around us and took notes of everything we said. When I took a photograph of the liberal students, they became angry and demanded that I delete the photo. According to UC Berkeley's rules, if a student says anything sexist, racist, or homophobic, they can be disciplined and expelled. The students from liberal groups monitor the Republicans' literature table all the time, writing down everything they say, hoping to catch them saying something that violates the rules so they can be punished. This creates a chilled atmosphere and makes students afraid to come to their literature tables and speak their mind.
There's many instances where students have rushed our table, destroyed our materials, spit on us, tried to run away with our signs. So it is very difficult being conservative on campus.
Now, the rallying cry here at Berkeley during the 60s might have been free speech, but recently, when a controversial speaker came to campus, things got pretty ugly. Students came out in full force, not to protect his right to speak, but to shut him up.
The protesters that were brought in were not Berkeley students. They were members of BAM, Antifa, and Black Bloc, which are all organizations that that are professional agitators, professional protesters. And there were around 1,500 of them that were brought in, and the police force of 120 that were provided in accordance with our security fees that we paid as a club were not capable of dealing with the protesters. And there is talk that the police force was told to not interfere in order to keep things more calm.
Now, there's a lot of talk about the alt-right, but over the last few months, with all the rioting and protesting, there's been somewhat of a buzz created about the alt-left. Now, these are liberals turned radicals who simply don't buy into the idea that Trump supporters should be welcome to express their views.
Free speech means free from government censorship. I mean, it was like, basically, the whole free speech movement of the 60s was like so that people could express these opinions that were like against the government. This is like different than that. Yeah, this is like against individual people's like rights and humanity. So
I don't think it's that big of a deal that there was a bit of violence. I mean, it's kind of concerning that this outside group came in and instigated it. That's a bit suspicious. But the fact that there's a few broken windows doesn't concern me too much.
Despite the threats of violence and frequent harassment, the Berkeley College Republicans say they aren't going away. If anything, the hostile climate has emboldened them. Caleb Maupin, RT, Berkeley, California.
He will not divide us. It's about unity. United we stand, divided we fall.
What about the rest of the country that's not offended by Trump?
Do I respect the choice of the people who got him elected?
And I see the Democrats as the biggest dividers in the world.
No, I don't.
This is our country! Our country!
One of the reasons I won the election is we have a very, very divided nation.